On April 14th, doesn't seem like it was that long ago, this council considered the issue of using aluminum phosphide to kill prairie dogs. And quite a number of people came down and spoke out against that and said that it was inhumane. In fact, there were 138 postcards, as I understand, sent to the city council addressing this issue and opposing the use of aluminum phosphide. And at that meeting, the council, at least the majority on this council, members Hansen, McCoy, Benker, and Levison, gave the clear impression that they were strongly against the use of aluminum phosphide to kill prairie dogs. And with regard to the airport in particular, that they did not want City Manager Gordon Pedro to use aluminum phosphide until he came back to the City Council to get the City Council's permission. And yet we all know that last week, Gordon Pedro ordered the use of aluminum phosphide at the airport. I know, because I called several of you, that members Hansen, McCoy, Benker, and Levison were well aware of what was going on, that he was using aluminum phosphide without even coming back to the City Council. And you folks did nothing. Apparently, you did a 180-degree change in your opinion on that. You led the people to believe that you were very much against it, and then you decided to back down, that that wasn't good for your political situation or whatever, and you just go ahead and let Gordon Pedro do whatever he wants to do. You know, yesterday was Memorial Day, and I always have to think on that day, even though I don't particularly want to, of all those crosses in France to commemorate the landing at Normandy. All those young men, with all that life, just thousands of young men, many of them, most of them probably teenagers, all that life left to live. Think of them storming the beaches when they knew darn well that they probably would not live for another hour. They gave all that up so that we could have a government that we can hold accountable. And it just seems to me that members Hansen, McCoy, Benker, and Levison are doing everything they can to slink out of accountability. And where are we left on this issue of the use of aluminum phosphide? There are two things on the city's website home page about Gordon Pedro planning to use lethal control of prairie dogs. Where have you left us on the issue of aluminum phosphide in those cases?